Welcome to Discover La Jolla, where we shine a light on the jewel of San Diego, La Jolla, California. I'm here with Leonard from Prix Classics.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Pleased to be here.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. And I know I was able to come by your shop and learn a little bit more about you. And we're very excited to dive in a little deeper. So tell us about how you have such an amazing background and such a wonderful history, just like being in the automotive space. So tell us a little bit about how you got started and how you decided to open up your shop in La Jolla.
Well, I was born in England, raised in Germany, moved to the U.S. after college. But my early influences were my parents through traveling sports cars, going to the car races, and learning photography. So when I moved to the U.S., I chose La Jolla for various reasons. It had sort of a cultural background, reminded me of Europe, shops, sidewalks, cafes, interesting people from a variety of places. And I melded in well with that. Then I tried to build a business and was lucky through meeting local older people that sort of mentored me and helped me with funding and getting going. And had a brief stint of 3 years running the Ferrari franchise in La Jolla, where O'Gara is now. And then '88 moved my classic car business into the space where I am, which years ago used to be the Unicorn movie theater. And that got remodeled into what it is today. And since '88, I've specialized in historic sports cars and racing cars. So like the art world, you refine more and more and get into the Van Goghs and Renoirs, but this of the car world. And that's allowed me to meet interesting people, local and international, and broaden into getting involved with charities and automobile racing and other things.
Yes, and your shop, it not only focuses like a showroom, but it's also like a museum. And you have people coming in on the weekends just to stop by, learn a little bit more about the cars. And tell us about the charities and kind of, I know you said you work with children and you kind of mentor a little bit. So let's talk about that.
It's always been enjoyable for me to guide youngsters. I was a single father of 2 children, and they're now older. But I would organize either with the Presbyterian Church or the elementary schools and some children's groups and have them come in and give them sort of motivational talks. I'm involved with Make-A-Wish if the child wants to request something to do with automobiles. And the message isn't necessarily the automobile, but it's the connection that might inspire the youngster.
Yeah.
So with these cars from the pre-war through the late 60s, the owner was the engineer. So Porsche was the in control, Ferrari was an individual in control, Ettore Bugatti was. And the children would see that name on the nose of the car, and they would see the art of the car, and then the young ladies might leave saying, well, I'm going to design clothes, and I'm going to have my name on the clothing. So it wasn't necessarily the automobile, but the inspiration it gives the child. And people do come in, they think it's a bit of a museum because you don't see these cars.
Right.
But they all enjoy the experience, and I don't mind. I think it's good to see people connecting with the past and with the art of the automobile.
What's one piece of advice you'd give someone, starting out in their career or, looking to start their own business? What's something that you could offer them based on your experience, just owning your own business and kind of everything you've learned over the years?
I get asked that a lot. Just the other day, I took in a young 16-year-old for several weeks, the son of Andrew from American Pizza Manufacturing, and he did an apprenticeship with me. And then sometimes I'll get people getting out of the Navy that love cars. And so you try to guide them in a way, following the steps that they can have their success. But key that they love what they do and are passionate about what they do, because then it's not so much work, but enjoying their lives. But it is hard work, and it takes thoroughness and study and building relationships. So every interaction you take builds confidence in the person that you're doing business with or learning from to continue with you. And those are some of the key points.
Exactly. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I know you've been in La Jolla for a very long time. What's one of your favorite parts of La Jolla, or what's something that you love about La Jolla, whether it's the people or a specific place?
I enjoy the charm of the small village, that you can walk, that you can get to know shop owners or restaurant owners or see friends. You're not always reliant on the car. Interesting. And it has a bit of a European charm, and there's a blend of people. So I learned different languages growing up, so I can talk German to people, or because you'll see them there. And there's a sense of fashion in the community.
Yes.
And there's the old architecture and the new architecture. And all those things are charming and inviting to La Jolla. And then the community's quite active, where it's putting on the La Jolla Car Show, or the art tour, or the food walks and art walks. Those are all good things.
Yeah. And you are involved in the La Jolla Concours. Tell us a little bit about that and your involvement with Dorvier.
I've been involved since 2002, and 10 or 12 years ago when Michael Dorvier took over, I had known him prior, and he does an outstanding job with the difficult parts of the show, the finance, the city, those.
Technicalities.
I helped with car selection and giving advice on themes and how to find the rarest and most interesting of the cars. But that's also an event that's great for the community.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. And it was really great learning a little bit more about you, about Grand Prix. Now, if someone's watching this and they want to get to know more, what's the best way for them to contact you or to find the shop?
The website is grandprixclassics.com. We're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, and Saturday and Sunday by appointments. They're welcome to just come in and browse and see the inventory in the cars. It changes. And we're very peaceful and relaxed. We're the opposite of a new car dealer.
Yes.
You're invited to come in and enjoy the art of the car.
Yes, and I love, I wanted to mention too that you have memorabilia, you have like old photo books of just kind of like the history of everything. So it's a really great place if you're looking to learn more about history of cars to come to and explore.
Yes, I have quite a bit of automotive art from the 20s through to the 60s, right, and a good library and photographs. I was a Formula One photographer for 4.5 years, so sometimes people are interested in that too.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming on Discover La Jolla.